Hi everyone, my name is Rebecca and I'm a personal finance strategist and a mortgage broker. I'm the founder of the Money Project and the Mortgage Project, and I'm also the co-founder of Home Rescue. Today I want to talk to you about something that comes up in almost every conversation I have with clients, especially those going through financial recovery. Someone will sit across from me and sometimes they're hesitant and they say, I had to get a private mortgage or I had to refinance to pay off debt. And then they pause, like they're waiting for judgment. When someone tells me that, I don't see a mistake, I see courage. I see someone who made a hard decision under pressure, someone who chose to problem solve instead of giving up. Because here's the truth. Private lending exists because real life doesn't always fit inside a bank's formula. Banks have rules, stress tests, credit score minimums, income verification standards. They serve a purpose, but they don't tell us the full story. They don't account for what it's like to be self employed or to have inconsistent income or to go through a divorce or recover from job loss or an illness. And yet, that's real life. That's the life most Canadians are living. Private mortgages, bridge loans, and even short term financing, they fill the gap between policy and reality. They're not perfect solutions, but they're practical ones. When the bank said no, you didn't quit. You found another way. And that, to me, is a sign of resilience, not failure. I think sometimes we underestimate how much emotional weight money carries. It's not just math, it's memory. Every dollar tells a story about survival or sacrifice or opportunity. And for a lot of people, the stories tied to money are heavy. Maybe you've worked hard your whole life but never felt ahead. Maybe you were the first person in your family to buy a home and you're doing everything you can to hold on to it. Maybe you faced debt that felt impossible to overcome, or you've had to rebuild after losing something important, a business, a home, or simply your confidence. Those moments can feel isolating, but I want you to know that you're not alone in them. Many Canadians are walking the same path, learning, adapting, rebuilding. In Ontario alone, tens of thousands of homeowners now use private financing. Some do it to save their homes from power of sale. Others do it to consolidate debt or to bridge between jobs or to rebuild credit so they can return to a bank lender later. These are real. They're responsible people who are simply finding a way to navigate a system that doesn't always work for everyone. And the key difference between those who stay stuck and those who rebuild is mindset. If you see your financial situation as a dead end, you're going to freeze. If you see it as a temporary chapter, as part of your recovery, you'll move forward. That's why I want you to start reframing your story. If you've ever said to yourself, I messed up, try instead, I made a decision with the information I had at the time. If you've ever thought, I shouldn't be in this position, try, I'm doing what's necessary to get through this season and I'm learning as I go. Every financial decision, even the ones that didn't go perfectly, is data. It teaches you what works and what doesn't. And when you learn from those decisions, instead of shaming yourself for them, you gain power. That's how confidence is rebuilt, not by avoiding your story, but by owning it. I've worked with clients who've gone from the brink of losing their homes to becoming homeowners again within a few years. And do you know what they all had in common? They faced their finances honestly, openly, and they made a plan. They didn't wait for the perfect timing or the perfect income. They started where they were and they kept adjusting until things started to shift. And that's what financial recovery looks like. It's not glamorous, it's not instant, but it's steady and it's real. So if you're listening right now and you've been judging yourself for a decision that you made, maybe that's taking a private mortgage or missing a payment or having to ask for help, I want you to pause, take a breath, and remind yourself you made a choice that kept you moving. That's not failure, that's resilience. The fact that you're here, learning, reflecting, rebuilding, means you've already begun rewriting your story. You don't have to have all the answers right now. You just need to know this. Your story isn't finished. Every decision can become part of your recovery. Every payment, every plan, every small shift towards awareness is progress. And whether your financial journey is smooth or messy, straightforward or complicated, it's still yours and it's still worth rewriting. Because your story, exactly as it is the foundation of your comeback.